Hey everyone. Today I have two lists on review for you, and they are from Simon and Simon. So it's the Battle of the Simons. The first one I got from Simon Pope. He's taking part in a tournament called To Hell and Back this November. Let's go and see what he's doing, shall we? Here we go. Sorry, that messes up everything here. Right. So here we go. I am taking part in To Hell and Back in November. I'll field a slightly different force from the norm. Could I get your honest opinion as to which of my two lists is better? So he has two lists for us to look at. Is the French Expeditionary Corps from Tough Gut. So this is the first time I've gotten one of these, so that will be interesting in itself. There's a limited choice of armor, so the M10 could be a thing, but it's open-topped. The Stuart is closed-top, 9+ to the front, but only a light AT, but it could be a flamethrower team in a Jeep. Yeah, the armor selection for this French Expeditionary Corps is really limited. So there is something to be said there that maybe you should go without the armor. The French, and then he's kind enough to just remind me of all the rules. I haven't even got my Tough Gut book yet, so this is quite nice. We have the removes pins, Esprit de Corps. The Legionaries reroll morale tests, so they're stubborn. The Mountaineers have special rules to climb on stuff, and Relentless Pursuit, where you can make an extra move. That's like the American Rangers. Doom, doom, doom. So it effectively allows him to have the bulk of his force in first wave, and then set up after the predatory bombardment, which is always kind of nice. To Hell and Back is usually friendly but competitive with 24 players. Good little tournament. There's the MMG automatic pin rule, and then because he's asking us to sort of see what will be better for the objectives. So let's just look at the objectives of the missions. The first one is where you grab an objective and try to carry it off. So it's really beneficial to have something that can move quite easily. For that, I would look at mounted lieutenants, basically, like cavalry. Scenario 2 is a recon mission with 3 objectives in the center line. The first 2 turns, no support teams other than snipers can enter the table. So, right, so you have your armor and your artillery and your snipers. Infantry, snipers, soft vehicles, armor 7 to start with. No outflank, no forward deployment. This means that you're going to have a few units that can easily move up into the center. So maneuverability, pushability, and the third one is a straight up kill mission. Okay, cool. Let's go and see what he's building for this, shall we? So this is the first platoon. I'll try to make it a little bit bigger so you can see. So inexperienced lieutenant with an extra man. I think maybe there's something to say about the lieutenant. I think he maybe have to be regular. Doesn't matter. Motorized divisions with BAR rifles. This is skirmishes. They're pretty good, pretty okay push units, but not like they don't have a massive size, right? 7 men is just a regular skirmish unit. 7 Spahi, they have the forward deployment and recon troops, although forward deployment is not massively helpful here. Because the one mission where you want it, the objective one, is, well, you can't forward deploy. So, 7 GUM Irregulars, veteran rifles, fanatics, tough fighters. These are tough guys. This is a really good push unit. That is one of the units that I would deploy on the table to push towards those objectives. Because For one, they're really difficult to kill. Veterans, right? And they're fanatics, so people they don't want to engage you in close combat. You're tough fighter fanatic. That's the dream combo. French Foreign Legion rifles, SMG, BAR. Again, pretty good push unit. I like this spread of infantry here. All of them good push units in the veterans. The regulars are good skirmishers. Then we have a medium mortar, inexperienced bazooka team to deal with the enemy armor, a light howitzer, a recon jeep, and an M10 destroyer. I don't think the M10 is worth it. And I'm saying this even though I've just assembled my own and I'm starting painting it. It's not worth it as it is at the moment. It's just the heavy AT is cool, the pintle mounted HMG is cool, but it's open topped. You'll get pinned so easily. And a Dodge truck. I would definitely go with something else, like even the Stuart 9 Plus is better than this, I think. Second option. Oh, and we're going to have to go to do this. Right, there we go. Again, this is the French Expeditionary Corps. We have a lieutenant with an extra man, motorized infantry, Spahi, Goom, French regulars, medium mortar, bazooka, light howitzer, recon jeep, and an M10 jet. This is the same one. Ah, this is the different one. Here we go. So lieutenant, again, the skirmishers are like this. Again, the push units, I love these. Medium inexperienced mortar, bazooka team. So lots of it is the same. A flamethrower, regular, love it. Inexperienced howitzer, that sucks a little bit. A little bit. But most of the time it's just going to sit there, shoot indirectly anyway. Recce jeep, M5 Stuart, light AT gun and machine guns. It's not worth 155 points, but better than nothing. A Dodge truck with an MMG and a Jeep. For me, Simon, I think I would go with this one. I think this is good. You have the flamethrower in the Jeep that can be thrown up. You could even put the bazooka team in the Jeep if you're more afraid of an enemy tank. You have good push units. Your infantry selection is really good. It's going to be difficult for you to grab the objective with your lieutenant, no matter what you're doing, but you should be able to go to those objectives fairly early on. And then you can sit back with your support units, just firing in and making sure that your infantry just does the job. Most of your support units here are expendable in most of the scenarios, except the kill points one, because they're there basically to distract the enemy while your infantry grabs the objectives. That is what you need to do. I think this is a good list at 14 order dice. I really like this one. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Now, second platoon is also from a Simon. This is from Simon Brecken, who sent me, and me and Simon Brecken, we've been chatting quite a lot back and forth on Soviets lately. There may be news coming up on that, but right now, what I wanted to do was to talk you through a list that Simon sent me. It's a 14 order dice, 1000 point Soviet list, and if you go and watch Simon's social media profile, you'll see this list featured quite a lot because he's been painting this up. He got a lot of 3D printed Soviets naval infantry, and they are looking brilliant in their blue uniforms. So he brings a junior lieutenant with an extra man, inexperienced, as we know them, and then 7-man rifle squads, tough fighters, veterans, very good push units, skirmish push units, very survivable, and they can deliver those skirmish shots. Then the free rifle squad, medium mortar, inexperienced, sniper team, dog mine with double dogs, so 3 dogs, so it's a lot of dogs in this one. I think for most of mine, I would rather cut them into 2 small sections, find the points for an extra dog mine, and then just have 2 sections because an extra order dies, right? M30. I really hate these. God damn it, I hate them. But they are effective. Let's do it like tank with Recce and darker version. Everything that you know and hate. Junior lieutenant again. A naval squad, tough fighters, riflemen, a scout squad to be on the objectives early in missions where you can forward deploy. Love these. Another M30 to make sure that the enemy scatters out and that you can shoot every single turn with your multi-launchers because you can just alternate turns. And another Stuart. Lovely, lovely, very competitive list. For me, this I think is a 4 list. This is a really, really strong competitive list for me. At 14 order dice, the only thing that I'm sort of dissatisfied with is that dog mine, but that is it. And of course, playing this, you should always try to move your stewards first, otherwise you might hit them with your own dog mine, which that would suck, right? So double Simons today. That was it for me. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.